Jensen for the point.
Back to better through the block and down.
Field goal. Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Leaf Bakken. Glad to have the play-by-play action coming up for you for the Hawley Golden Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers in quarterfinal state volleyball Class AA action here on 106.5 FM KRJB. We are glad to have the audio for you as well, streaming on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. Just wrapping up this first game, and folks, it was a tight one, 5 sets. And Mounds Park Academy upsets the number 1 Southwest Christian, the champion of the 4AA, beating the number 2 AA champion for their sections. And so an upset there. We'll talk a little more about that that's why we've been waiting and starting a little late, but not too late. So glad to have you along for the ride once again on 106.5 FM KRJB. And streaming audio on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken, and we are going to get into the Bitker Inc. pregame show. Winter's coming fast, and there's new batteries, new tires, oil changes, wiper blades, and more with Bitker Inc. Contact them, 218-456-7467, as we talk about our teams, the Hawley Golden Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers, as the Nuggets came out of the Section 8AA as champions. Overall, their record is 27-5 in the section. They went 14-3, and for the conference, they went 5-2 in their conference. Cannon Falls Bombers, they went 27-5 overall as well, 10-1 in their section, and 6-2 in the conference. Cannon Falls is number 2 in this tournament, so a tough competition coming up for the Nuggets, who were a draw into this tournament. As the Panthers from Mounds Park Academy are going to make their way out of the stands, and the Hawley Nuggets will be making their way into the stands. I think the crowd will be right behind me, so that'll be fun here, and we're looking forward to having lots of fun here in St. Paul. Let me set the scene for you a little bit. We'll take a break, and then we'll talk more about our two teams. We'll come back with our coaches' comments and setting the scene for you. If you've ever been to XL Energy Center, it is the hockey arena, of course, for the Wild. So picture a hockey arena, and then you drape a little bit of cloth over the boards, and then you split the arena in half with a big curtain, and then you place 2 courts on each side. And we've got the nice red inbounds with the white line border. We've got the blue out of bounds. I am across the way from the official scoring table. That's where the teams will be on the far side from me. And media on this side. Band from Hawley is off to your left on the dial. So set the scene, set it up for you a little bit here in the Bitker Inc. pregame show, and looks like the teams will finally get to take the court a little bit, and we'll talk more about these two teams. The Hawley Nuggets taking on the Cannon Falls Bombers on 106.5 FM KRJB, along with rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. We'll be back with more pregame show in just a bit.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Welcome back on the Bidker Inc. pregame show on 106.5 FM KRJB. I'm Leaf Bach and glad to have the quarterfinal of state tournament play coming in your way here from St. Paul, Minnesota. Boy, I'm excited here at XL Center, home of the Wild, as they've split the hockey arena in half and made 2 volleyball courts. And on this half, the other half, we see Sauk Center and Greenway are underway. That game got done. Jackson County Central did beat Annandale 3-0. So Jackson County moves on to take on Mounds Park Academy, who upset the number 1 Southwest Christian. 24-26 was the score. Mounds Park taking that one. 25-20 in favor of Southwest Christian. Then 22-25. That one went to Mounds Park. 25-18 in the 4th set in favor of Southwest Christian, and then an 11-15 win for Mounds Park Academy to move on. Again, they'll be taking on the number 4 seed Jackson County Central tomorrow at 9 a.m. here on the court that we're sitting on, but you can't see it necessarily as we talk more about our Hawley Golden Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers, and get right into our Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments. GeorgetownFarmers.com is where you can find them working with you and the area farmer. We'll start off talking with Kathleen Rusted, taking the comments from both coaches from the interviews I did with them just the other day, but a little bit of comment from both of them. So we'll start with Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets. The head coach of the Hawley Golden Nuggets, Kathleen Rusted. They're going to face number 2 Cannon Falls from the 1AA section. And again, Coach, congratulations. Well, we might get that. Give me just a second. As I adjust a few things, but both teams starting to warm up a little bit, and get that plugged in there. Let's see if it'll work this time. I'm going to get it. I'm telling you, folks. We're going to hear comments. Hopefully. Well, I can tell you that Coach Kathleen Rusted and the Hawley Nuggets are really excited to be here. Again, Hawley Nuggets making some history, and so that's a big deal for them. And you just got to be happy for the Nuggets and all of the fans who are here. You know, it's been hard work, and they've earned it. And so to come down to St. Paul, that's a big deal. One of the things that she told me, as we've talked about almost the entire time, the entire season, is they've been working on their passing and serving. Those are keys to this game. But you also have to keep in mind that defense is a big part, and they've been working on that, Coach Rusted told me, over the last little while as well. And so that's a big key, and being fast. And they look across the way. There's a couple of 6-foot girls on this Bombers team, so they watched some film, trying to figure out where those attacks are going to be. And, you know, when you've got some tall opponents, that throws another wrench into things. But I think they'll be able to take a look at it and handle it. The rest of the Bomber squad is right around that 5'10", 5'7", 5'8". There's a few shorter than that. But 2 players over there, they're just over 6 foot. And so that'll be a little bit of a challenge. But the Nuggets, they're not a short team. I'd say that these girls are taller than average, as most of them sit in that 5'8" range as well. So we will see how that all goes. We'll see if we can get the Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments going in just a little bit. But this is a Big Kerink pregame show on 106.5 FM. KRJB, more volleyball talk coming up.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Steer Builders of Hawley is a residential construction company specializing in framing and new single-family homes. Jared and the team at Steer Builders will work with you on the home you're building or post-frame buildings like shops, barns, garages, and more. Steer Builders is also hiring framers. Must be 18 and experience is not required but a plus. Contact Steer Builders at 701-261-7798 for any questions regarding hiring, homes, or new post-frame buildings. Steer Builders of Hawley, 701-261-7798.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Welcome back to the Big Kerink pregame show on 106.5 FM KRJB and streaming audio on rjbroadcasting.com along with yourliveevent.com. I'm Leaf Bach and glad to have the play-by-play action coming your way in just a bit between the Hawley Golden Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers, as I have improvised, and we will get our Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments here. GeorgetownFarmers.com, working with you and the area farmers. Here's Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets from our conversation the other day. Talking with the head coach of the Hawley Golden Nuggets, Kathleen Rusted. They're going to face number 2 Cannon Falls from the 1AA section. And again, Coach, congratulations are in order and making Hawley history.
Thank you again, and thank you for all your guys' support. I know you've been with us every step of the way, so thank you.
Have you guys been really hitting the floor hard, or kind of working on some different technique, working on different things to kind of prepare for Cannon Falls?
Definitely different from the last team, just like Burnsville is different from Thief River. Thief River is definitely different than Cannon Falls. So yeah, we've watched a little bit of video, of course. There's live games out there, so we've done a little bit of that. We've done a lot of, they become students of the game. I would say from the beginning of the season to the end, you know, they realize that, okay, preparing looks a little bit differently at the end of the season than it did at the beginning of the season, because all of these girls are new to them, right? So doing a little bit of that, studentship, I guess you would call it. And then we've been in the gym. You know, they sure did have some focus. So the time we spent on the floor, I would say it is fun to watch them amp up their game, and they're showing a little bit more aggressiveness on the court even in one day. So that part's been pretty fun. Very, very fun to see the kids' demeanor change a little bit.
And what have you specifically seen in Cannon Falls that they're going to bring that maybe the girls haven't seen yet and that you're getting ready for?
The biggest thing that they notice is that they're a little bit bigger. you know, we may see teams that have a little bit of height, let's say 5'11", you know. This team brings 6 foot, 6'1", and not just in one position. They've got it in a few different positions. You know, they have a 5'1" setter from what we can tell on video, of course, and what we know of. But again, they do a little bit more changing from position to position. So each rotation is going to be a little bit different, not just a straight up middle here, all 3 rotations. Another right side, straight up, all 3 rotations. They change it up a little bit more. They're going to be a little bit more in tune. Their mental agility is going to have to come into play. Each rotation will be a little bit different. So that's the difference that we've seen with Cannon Falls versus the past teams we've seen.
And again, Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets, they're going to face number 2 Cannon Falls from the 1AA section. Congratulations again, Coach, and best of luck.
Thank you, Leaf, and go Nuggets.
There you have it, Coach Kathleen Rusted giving her best of luck to the Nuggets, and you know, they've been working hard this summer, and fall, and probably this summer as well, and so it's just good to hear that they've been doing some prep work and seeing what they needed to do. Homework is always important when it comes to these big stage games, and here they are on the big stage, quarterfinals of the AA State Volleyball Tournament here in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Leaf Bakken. You're listening to 106.5 FM KRJB, as we will get to the coach's comments from the Cannon Falls Bombers head coach Melissa Huseth right after this.
Why do 148 businesses call Hawley, Minnesota home? They love the business-friendly community and the quick connections to major roads and cities. Hawley has affordable business amenities and shovel-ready commercial and industrial lots waiting for you in great locations. There's even small business startup office space located right downtown. Ready to move your business to Hawley? Contact Lee at 701-306-4497 or visit the new website at hawley.govoffice.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
Valley Premier Bank is a proud sponsor of Hawley Nuggets Athletics. With tradition, community, and experience since 1892, Valley Premier Bank has been helping the people of Hawley and the surrounding communities. Their personal service and dedication create solutions that will drive results you want and expect. Valley Premier Bank is located at 416 6th Street and reachable at 218-483-3361. An FDIC member and equal housing lender, you can rely on Valley Premier Bank.
Welcome to Edeen Family Dentistry, just off Highway 10 in Dilworth. Our purpose is to meet and exceed your expectations, providing the most personalized care possible in a relaxing environment, providing exceptional dental care using the latest technology and advancements in dentistry. Currently welcoming new patients. Stop in and see Dr. Edeen or Dr. Muscatel and their friendly staff at Edeen Family Dentistry. EdeenFamilyDentistry.com. 218-287-2938.
Thanks for sticking around on 106.5 FM KRJB. I'm Leaf Bakken, bringing you volleyball action from the State Volleyball Class AA Tournament in St. Paul, Minnesota, XL Center, home of the Wild, but today it's home of AA Volleyball. Right now, Sauk Center and Greenway are a ways into their game as we're warming up on this side for the Hawley Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers. Here in our Big Cur Inc. pregame show, we're continuing on with the Georgetown Farmers Elevator pregame coaches' comments. I caught up the other day with Coach Melissa Huseth, who's the head coach of the Bombers, and asked her a few questions. And here's what she had to say on coming up against the Nuggets. Leaf Bakken here as we talk with the head coach of the Cannon Falls Bombers, Coach Melissa Huseth, as they are the 1AA section champions and they're heading to the quarterfinals of the state volleyball Class AA tournament, taking on the Hawley Nuggets. First of all, Coach Huseth, congratulations on making it to the state tournament.
Thank you so very much. It's a great thrill to have the opportunity to play at the state tournament.
Now, as we were talking briefly before, you guys are making some history there at Cannon Falls. Your program has not been to the state tournament before.
No, we have not. This is definitely our first time up there. We are, in our conference and in our section, we come up against some pretty big opponents. So this year in our 4-class system, we still had to fight really hard to get there, but we had maybe a little more opportunity to reach the state tournament. But this is our first time, and we are so thrilled to get the opportunity.
What have you been practicing this week? What are you working on as you move forward here in the tournament and look at Hawley first off?
Well, I think any team at this point is really just maybe fine-tuning a few little things, but I think really since postseason started, we've spent a little time just kind of adjusting to different opponents, but most of our practice has been just working on the staples of volleyball, and that's serving and passing, and then also just our mental focus and that type of thing. We don't want to tax our bodies too much, and we want to save it for playing the big matches, but I definitely think that we've focused a little bit more on that mental practice rather than just physical that we do more in the beginning and, mid-season.
Have you guys been watching film? Do you see anything on the Hawley side of the net that you guys are preparing for, or maybe something that's a little bit different than you haven't seen this season?
Yeah, sure. We've been watching a little bit. Yeah, we've seen, I see some great things that we need to watch out for. A really dynamic setter that they have there. She likes to attack on the ball, which we see a little bit down here, but we don't see the setters quite as aggressive as Hawley's, and so we're going to make sure that we're aware of that and just looking at some of their hitters and where they like to put the ball, simple stuff that I think most coaches do when they're scouting, and we're just excited to play them, and I see that they have really scrappy defense, and so that I'm sure is going to maybe take a little more mental strength on our part. We may not put the ball away right away, they're going to fight for it, and we've been scouting and looking at Hawley play a little bit.
Coach Melissa Huseth of the Cannon Falls Bombers, they're taking on the Hawley Nuggets in the quarterfinals of Class AA State Volleyball. And once again, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available in monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Greater Hawley Homes is ready to help you find your dream home. With over 40 years of experience, their realtors work hard to ensure your new home is the perfect match, whether it be in the city, country, or on the lake. Looking to put your home on the market? Greater Hawley Homes has great rates and the availability to feature your home. Serving the Hawley, Barnesville, Dilworth, Audubon, Lake Park, and Detroit Lakes areas, Greater Hawley Homes realtors are ready to work with you. Call Greater Hawley Homes at 218-483-3120 or go online at greaterhawleyhomes.com.
The Hawley JCs is all about giving back to their community. They are a part of many community events such as the Night to Unite, the Fall Stag, the Hawley Rodeo, the Holes for Heroes Ice Fishing Tournament, and the Sandboxville. Since 2016, the Hawley JCs has given nearly $60,000 in donations. To keep the support going, they need new members. Join the team and have fun at the Hawley JCs. Find them on Facebook.
Thanks so much to all the sponsors who are making this possible today. As we listen to, you're listening to State Volleyball on KRJB 106.5 FM. I'm Leaf Bach, and glad to have play-by-play action coming up for you in just a little bit. The Hawley Nuggets are taking on the number 2 Cannon Falls Bombers as we continue on in our Big Carink pregame show, and thanks to Georgetown Farmers Elevator for providing the sponsorship for our pregame coaches' comments. And we'll be getting to the Norman County Implement starting lineups in a little bit here as well. But continuing on, let's talk a little more about the opponents, the Cannon Falls Bombers here, as their conference is the Hiawatha Valley League. They're in Section 1A, as I mentioned. They're in the coaches in our interview. They had a really strong ending to their season. They won 5 straight to close out, and then they go into the postseason with the wins. So that's a 9-game win streak, and so they've kind of got the pendulum swung their way, I would say. They've got a good streak of wins. They've been doing good things down just south of the cities here in that Rochester area. So really interesting to visit with Coach Huseth and see what she has to say. Again, when you look on paper, though, well, we see some similarities between these two teams. Overall, 27-5 for both teams. The Bombers are 10-1 in their section, so very dominant there. They went 6-2 in that Hiawatha Valley League Conference. Now, as for the Nuggets, let's switch to them. They went 14-3 in their section. They beat the Prowlers last week 3-0, and they had a battle in Pelican Rapids against Barnesville, and they beat Adabor West. At the end of the regular season, had a struggle there against Breckenridge. But, they've done really good things, and here they are, going 5-2 in the conference, again 14-3 in the section. So good things we've been seeing here from Coach Kathleen Rusted and the Hawley Nuggets. The seniors have been doing some really great things as well. Talk about the other night where we saw 26 assists for Alex Eilertson. On the kill side of things, it was Anna Steer leading the way, followed by Faith Rusted. And then Eilertson actually had 6 kills herself. Grace Fleming, the senior, had 6 kills as well. So, this team, I feel like they're firing on all cylinders and doing good things right now. So it's good to see, glad to be part of it, and glad that everybody else wants to be along for the ride as well, because this is lots of fun, and this is a big stage. And it'll be interesting to talk to the coach, talk to players afterwards as well, and just to see what the experience is. It's a different kind of, it's not a wood floor, it's that mat, again with the red inside, the blue on the outside. You've got a bigger venue, you've got a game going on behind the curtain. Don't look at the game behind the curtain. And then you've got the stands all around, and there are quite a few Hawley fans here. The student section is sitting behind me, so I'm sure it'll get loud and rowdy. Across the way are the Cannon Falls Bombers folks, as the school song is being played by the Cannon Falls Band. Hawley Nuggets also brought their band, so the stadium comes to its feet and get their school song played, and the Nuggets will have theirs in just a little bit. And it's just awesome to be here, folks, and glad that we could make it happen on 106.5 FM KRJB, along with the audio stream on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. Tell all your friends and family about it so they can tune in, because we are about to witness quarterfinals volleyball Class AA volleyball. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. Number 2, Cannon Falls out of Section 1AA. The Hawley Golden Nuggets, they're out of Section 8AA on the draw to face this number 2 team. We have seen Jackson County Central beat Annandale 3-0. And then we also saw a 5-set upset as Mountains Park Academy beat the number 1 Southwest Christian in 5. And so it'll be Mountains Park Academy and Jackson County Central playing tomorrow in the semifinals. And Annandale and Southwest Christian will be playing in the loser out bracket, trying to get going in the there you go. There's the student section after the after a little bit of a school song. Thanks to Big Carink for the pregame show. And we're going to be getting to our starting lineups in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll direct your attention to the west side of the stage, court number 1.
Your starting lineups are brought to you by Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. They've got some fall tillage specials at Norman County Implements, so some new Versatile Fury tillage. That's for sale or rent. And don't be afraid to call up Norman County Implement. Talk to Chuck or Neil, and they'll help you out. Norman County Implement, Highway 9 north of Ada, and they thank you for your business. They're announcing the non-starters for the Hawley Nuggets first, and I know our starters for the Nuggets will be number 5, which is Anna Steer. She's the 5'9" junior and a middle hitter. Number 6 is Alex Eilertson. She's a setter and right side hitter at 5'7" and a senior. Senior number 7, Grace Fleming, a 5'8" outside hitter. Number 8 is Faith Rusted, a 5'9" senior as well. She's also an outside hitter. The freshman, Isabel Steer, wearing the number 9, a 5'9" middle hitter. And Ashley Fletcher wears the number 11. She's a 5'7" senior setter and defensive specialist. Today, Alexa Reap, they call her Allie Reap. She wears the number 12. She'll be the libero today, wearing the maroon jersey with the gold numbers. The rest of the team wearing the white jersey with the maroon numbers. Everybody, looks like everybody's got the same colored shoes too. Everyone's got white shoes, white knee pads. The exception is Amanda Nelson. She is wearing black tennis shoes today. So again, the Hawley Nuggets, coached by Kathleen Rusted, assisted by Marissa Thompson, Shannon Olson, Nicole Martin, Kim Mulvin, and Allie Reno. They announced Allie Reap as a senior here. She's a sophomore. I don't know if I said senior, but yeah, she's a sophomore, and she does a good job for this Hawley team. And now we'll get over to the Cannon Falls Bombers. They're announcing the non-starters for the Cannon Falls Bombers. Before we get to their starters, they are wearing red jerseys with black numbers and black lettering. A little bit of a white trim. Their libero today will be Brianna Robinson. She's a 5'5" senior wearing the white with the, looks like maybe a little black trim and the black number 5. So, and it is like cardinal red, if that helps you out. Starting for the Cannon Falls Bombers, number 1 is J.C. Winchell, a setter defensive specialist, senior at 5'8". Lauren Johnson wears the number 6. She's an outside hitter defensive specialist, a senior at 5'8" as well. Number 7 is Kyra Schoenfelder. She's a defensive specialist libero, junior, standing at 5'3". Number 8 is Madison Burr, a middle hitter. She's a sophomore standing at 6'1". Number 9 is Ellie Lind. She's a middle hitter and junior standing at 6 foot. And number 12 is Carson Winchell, a freshman outside hitter at 5'6". And once again, Brianna Robinson, the libero, a senior at 5'5". Head coach is Melissa Huseth for the Cannon Falls Bombers. And we are about to be underway with Bomber Nugget Volleyball from the Minnesota State High School League State Volleyball Class AA Tournament at XL Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Leif Bakken. You're listening to 106.5 FM, KRJB, and you may be listening on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. The officials have been introduced. They fist bump each other, wish each other luck, and we are going to be underway with state volleyball on 106.5 FM KRJB. Opening serve is brought to you by Markson Accounting, Service of Ada. Over 29 years of experience to help you with tax preparation, accounting, payroll, and more. Contact Markson Accounting, 218-784-6002. Markson Accounting, Service of Ada, bringing us the opening serve. Hawley student section directly behind me, and they are going to be rowdy today as we get rolling here. It is Grace Fleming, the senior for Hawley, to serve first. She will step all the way back to the blue, edge of the blue mat. About 6 feet of space, gives herself some time, and here we go. We're underway. Bombers working around. Now it goes to the back row where Izzy Steer is, sent over by Fletcher to the front where we see Burr. Now the attack, pushed through a block to the back row. Now in the front is Eilertson, attacked by Rusted, and it goes on the other side. The Nuggets will strike first. Good job there for Faith Rusted on the kill, and this will be an ace for Grace Fleming. Mishandled in the back row by Lauren Johnson. So now Fleming will set things up again. She's serving from the middle of the back. This one received by Schoenfelder in the back row, worked around by the Bombers. Piece of it knocked away by Fleming, and it goes out of bounds. That's going to be a kill for Ellie Lind. She attacked from this near side front row. The Nuggets are on the right side of your dial, while the Bombers are on the left. This will be the libero, Brianna Robinson, serving from left to right for the Bombers. Eilertson with the high set. This is Izzy Steer hitting it too far from the back row, all the way out of bounds. And that'll put the score tied up at 2, here in set number 1 of state quarterfinal AA volleyball. Grace Fleming finds the serve in the back row corner. Eilertson sends it up to Steer, who puts it over the net. This one tipped over and into no man's land by Burr. Burr tipped it over. The line judge did not see where the ball landed and deferred to the up judge. The up judge says Hawley with the point. So a 3-2 lead for the Nuggets as they serve. That was Anna Steer on the serve. This one tipped over, and the kill will go to Carson Witchell. She tipped it over, and Rusted couldn't quite get to it in time on the turnaround. Wrapped up at 3. This will bring Carson Witchell to serve. In the back row, that's Fleming on the reception. Set up by Eilertson and kill by Rusted. Faith Rusted getting a nice setup by Eilertson to go on the attack and kill on this near side. We see Fletcher take a seat. Iverson, the senior, will step onto the floor and take place in the front row. Eilertson is on the far corner, and she serves. This one comes to Johnson. Here, big attack by Burr. Huge attack right in front of us, going down to the middle of the opposite side. And that'll wrap us up at 4. Huge kill for the 6'1 Burr, who's a sophomore. She goes to serve, and she'll put it into the net. So there will be a free one over to the Nuggets. This will bring Faith Rusted to the back. She'll serve from the middle of the backcourt. Received by Houston. This one blocked by the Nuggets, but it ends up on their side, and then the official blows the whistle. Nuggets were in the net. Five to 5 on my scoreboard. Scoreboard here at the arena is off, I believe, as the Nuggets are working the ball around, and 2 hits going to be called on Faith Rusted as she was trying to get to the ball in the back row, and she just had her hands just a little bit offset. Fleming receives the, nice job by Eilertson on the tip. Bombers worked around and sent it back over into the back row. It's Rusted. Eilertson and then Fleming. It's blocked back to Fleming, and then the play will be called with Nuggets in the net. There we go. Now we're all lined up with the Bombers serving. That's a steer in the back. Iverson, nice set over. This will be a free pass all the way to the back and down on that back line. Great job there by Lauren Johnson. She was in the front row and a hard set over. The serve sent over by Winchell. Fleming to, and then to Eilertson, and then Izzy Steer hits it too far as the Bombers start to crawl away. Score is 9-5 in the first set in favor of Cannon Falls over the Hawley Nuggets. As the Bombers serve, Eilertson goes on a second touch, puts it in the middle for the kill. That's something we heard just a second ago in our coaches' pregame comments. That Coach Husas said that they haven't seen a lot of that second touch situation. Allie Reap will step onto the floor and serve in her maroon jersey. The Bombers will work it around, at least in the front. A big block up front by Fleming and Anna Steer. That was on the near side corner. They put it down on the Bomber side. 9-7 in favor of the Bombers, but the Nuggets have the ball. Reap's serve goes to the back where we find Robinson. Ball worked around up front, and then it's on the attack. Rusted gets in the back row. Eilertson, then Fleming on the attack on a light kill, or attack, excuse me. A little bit out of sync, pushed over the net by the Nuggets. Now the Bombers work it around. Eilertson tried to receive a hard one from Hallie Husted, who gets the kill as she goes on the attack on this near corner, sending it cross court. Just off the arms wrong for Eilertson. So Bombers will have the 3-point lead, and the serve will be Schoenfelder. This one goes to the back row where Rusted is. Tipped over and then blocked up front. There's a big block by Ellie Lind. Lind, a 6-foot junior for the Bomber team, and that puts them up 11-7. Set number 1. Lighter serve received in the front row by Steer. Eilertson, and then the attack by Iverson on the far side, down on that sideline. Assist by Eilertson. As they want to get back in, Ashley Fletcher steps on as Iverson, who just got that kill, steps off. Fletcher wearing the number 11 will serve on the far side center backcourt. Bombers work it to that far corner, then they go on the attack. Received in the back row by Rusted. Eilertson, then Fleming on the attack and the kill from the near side to the back far corner. Great job there for Grace Fleming. That is her 3rd kill according to my statistics here. And now the Nuggets down by 2. Fletcher will serve again from right to left. Received by Robinson in the back row. Then it goes to Winchell, and then knocked over by Carson Winchell. Nuggets working around in that front corner on the far side. Send it to the back. Bombers work with it. Now this one sent over back row where Reap is. Second touch to the back corner on the near side. Cross kill on second touch. Great job for Alex Eilertson. A hard hit, not expected by the Bombers. And now it's a 1-point game. The Bombers up 11-10. Fletcher, lighter serve, received by Winchell in the middle of the floor. This one goes through the block and a kill there for Ellie Lind. Get a little revenge and take a 2-point lead on KRJB 106.5 FM. Good couple of points for the Nuggets, but the Bombers aren't going to let the crowd live that very long. Lauren Johnson serving from the middle of her court. Nuggets worked around. Fleming went on the attack on the near side. Here's a near side attack for the Bombers now. That one by Robinson. Worked around again by the Nuggets. Lighter attack going across, and just a little too much mustard on that one. Good setup by Eilertson, but Fleming put too much on it. And as I say that, the point goes to the Nuggets. Sorry. I'm trying to see what the official's doing, and I think they said somebody was in the net. So it turns into an 11-12 deficit for Hawley. Fleming on the serve in the middle of the back court. Received by the Bombers. Hard hit by Burr. Down to the middle. The outside hitter on that far side getting fired up as she cranks that one down. Well, this will send Brianna Robinson, the libero wearing white, for the Bombers on the serve. Ball worked around by the Nuggets. Nice job for Anna Steer. She was on that far side. Went on the attack, and it went off of Robinson's hands wrong. Anna Steer with her first kill on the night. On the day. It's daytime. It's still morning. What am I talking about? As we approach noon. This one on its way to the back row by Anna Steer on the serve. She'll come up with the ace as it was mishandled by the Bombers. That was a deep serve. Mustang Seeds planting your future on the ace serve there for corn and soybean seed. Contact Jay Merkins or Scott Erickson. That ace serve brought to you by Mustang Seeds. Bombers free ball it across. Rusted goes on the attack, gets the kill in the back row. She floats in the front and finds the far back in no man's land. And the Nuggets have the 1-point lead over Cannon Falls, 14-13 in set number 1. Anna Steer remains on the serve. She'll serve on this more near side middle back court, if that makes any sense. Bombers worked around, attack from this near side. Front row. Ball worked by the Nuggets. Another kill for Faith Rusted. She goes on the near corner to the back middle. Another assist. That's 6 assists for Eilertson. And it's 15 for the Nuggets, 13 for Cannon Falls. Bombers will take a timeout as well. Don't go anywhere. We've got a good one on KRJB 106.5 FM.
Since 1991, the mission of REACH has been to build strong communities and healthy families. Serving Clay, Becker, and Norman County, REACH provides counseling, food pantry, career services, and the backpack program that provides school-aged children with food for the weekend. You can help REACH by donating, volunteering, and shopping at the REACH reusable secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum. Learn more about REACH by visiting ruralenrichment.org.
On the Community Co-op scoreboard, it reads 15 for the Hawley Nuggets, 13 for the Cannon Falls Bombers in set number 1 here at the State Volleyball Class AA Tournament at XL Center. I'm Leif Bakken with your play-by-play. You can hear the Hawley student section behind me having a good old time. Glad to have them riling everybody up, and they're really keeping things alive, but so are the Nuggets out there against the Bombers. As the Bombers took that timeout, Coach Huseth wanted to have a moment to talk a little bit about what's going on. As Anna Steer continues her serve, this one worked around. Hard hit by Burr on the far side, but dug up by the Nuggets. Reaching out. It was a double hit on the Nuggets as Eilertson was trying to set things up. So that will end Steer's run. We'll see Husted step back on. And we'll see Winchell step back and serve. Fletcher received this one, and then it's going to be a pass just a little too hard back to the net, where Husted will put it back down on a block. She's playing, that was in the middle of the floor. She is on that far side. She's an outside hitter. Fleming receives the serve. Nice save there by Winchell as they tried to go on two. That one in as Fletcher tried to dive. And Cannon Falls Bombers will take the 16-15 lead like that in set number 1. Glad you're listening to 106.5 FM KRJB. Ball received by Fletcher. Block up front by the Bombers, and then the point will go. Oh, not a block. It went into the net for hits by the Nuggets. And so a 2-point lead for the Bombers. Ball being tracked down as it went to the far side of the court and behind the curtain. One of the coaches gathers it up, and we roll it underneath and send it back to Carson Winchell to serve. Left to right on the dial. Fletcher on the reception in the back row. Fleming is right next to her in the back row. Rusted goes on the attack, sends it over to Johnson, who receives it in the back. Tipped over by the Bombers, and now a hard set over and a kill for Eilertson from the far side. Trying to track the ball down again as they get it out from underneath the photographer's tables. Eilertson will be the one to serve. She likes to serve from the far side corner. This one, unfortunately, goes into the net. Cannon Falls student section comes alive a bit as Burr steps back to serve. She's the tall player, standing at 6'1". Nuggets work around. Rustad goes on the attack on this near side. Now the Bombers attack from the front middle. Little miscommunication by the Nuggets, but they get to it. Iverson gets underneath it, and now it'll be a free ball for the Bombers to work with. Here's the attack from the mid row, and it hit the antenna according to the line judge, so that'll be a Nugget point. As that was Lauren Johnson trying to rise up and go on the attack. She tried to tip attack, but knocked the antenna over. So 17 for the Nuggets, 18 for the Bombers. Rustad on the serve. This one received on the near side, back row by Winchell. A block up front by Grace Fleming as the Bombers tried to put it over. $18 around is the score here in set one. Rustad serve from the middle back. This one received on the near side. Again, Winchell was a little bit off. Free ball across by the Bombers. Here's Fleming on the attack. She's trying to put it to the back corner and just too much on it. So that'll give the Bombers a point as she was on this near side, right above the attack line, trying to send it to the far back corner and puts it too far. 19-18 now the score in favor of the Bombers. Serve by Winchell will become an ace for her as Fleming received it, but nobody made their way to this near side to make that attempt, and Coach Rustad wants to take a timeout after that one as the Cannon Falls Bombers are up by 2, 20-18. As we keep it right here, do want to mention that Steve Dalen, Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty, one of our sponsors for today's game. Join Steve Dalen, Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty for the BCB Farm Partnership Land Auction featuring 730 acres of excellent cropland near Hallstead, Minnesota. Live and online auction on December 9th. And for more information, call Steve Dalen with Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty, 701-893-8517, or visit Pfeiffers.com. You can check out that auction. Thanks to all our sponsors today that you're hearing here on KRJB 106.5 FM. And a little bit of a legal check here. It is KRJB Ada, Minnesota, 106.5 FM. Glad that you're listening here to AA State Volleyball from St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Leif Bakken with your play-by-play action. Our community co-op scoreboard reads 20 for Cannon Falls Bombers, Hawley Nuggets 18. We are in set number one. We did get a little bit of a late set in this one, but it was exciting as we talk about the upset of the number one and a draw-in. But we'll get back to that as we resume play. The ball worked around. The Nuggets send it over, and then a block up front by the Nuggets. They get blocked right back. Eilertson with the set. Iverson gets blocked, but Steer gets underneath it, and then they stop play as the Bombers find themselves in the net. Johnson was in the net, and that'll give the Nuggets one more point. It'll be 19-20 now in favor of the Bombers. Allie Reep steps on. She'll serve from the middle. This one received in the back by Johnson. This one hits the line. Big kill by Hallie Husted. On the near side, she finds the near side line as well. She rotates out, and we'll see Carson Winchell come in. Schoenfelder will serve from the middle back on the left side now. Set up, nice little tip for Anna Steer. She knows how to read the floor, and she tips it over to the near side attack line. And that wraps us, not wrapped up at 20. I forgot to give Cannon Falls their 1 point as I look up at the scoreboard. They're up by 1, 21-20 here in set number one. In this state AA quarterfinal, Ashley Fletcher steps on, Iverson steps off, Fletcher will serve. Schoenfelder in the back row, then Winchell, and then tipped over, and then blocked by the Nuggets. And as I say blocked, There's another Bomber player in the net. And it turns into 21 around. Fletcher on the serve. This one kind of across court. Comes to the near side. Received just fine. That one, was it blocked? And it was not blocked. It was 4 hits as the hard hit was by Schoenfelder trying to go after the attack. And the Nuggets take the 1-point lead, 22-21. It went into the net, so 4-hit violation. Fletcher on that far corner. On the serve to the middle back. That's where it ends up in Robinson's hand. Bombers work over. Winchell puts it into the net. As you can hear the student section say, there's a net there, and that there is. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Melissa Huseth of the Cannon Falls Bombers. Hawley Nuggets on the Community Co-op scoreboard leading the Cannon Falls Bombers 23-21. And we'll take a quick break and be right back with more action on 106.5 FM KRJB.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
On KRJB, the Nuggets lead the Bombers in state quarterfinal volleyball as we go back to play. Fletcher's serve handled by the Bombers. They free ball it across. Eilertson on the setup in the front of it. And then a steer on the cross-court kill from the far side to the near back. Great job by Anna Steer, the junior, for this Nugget team. A great assist there for Eilertson. 24-21. In favor of the Nuggets. Fletcher, a lighter serve. Nice job by the Bombers getting underneath that one. Free ball to cross now. Nuggets will get a chance to work with it. Tipped over and partially blocked, but it ends up on the Nuggets side. On the Bomber side. Fleming has to hit it over. Now we're going to see an attack. And a block by Anna Steer. Anna Steer with the big block to put the first set away. The Hawley Nuggets over the Bombers, 25-21 in set number 1 of the quarterfinals of State Volleyball Class A Tournament from St. Paul, Minnesota. Leaf Baca with the play-by-play action. We'll be back with more on KRJB 106.5 FM.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
At Rural Ag Services, LLC, crop insurance is our business. They provide crop insurance including multi-peril and hail insurance to customers in Cass, Richland, and Steele counties of North Dakota, and Clay, Norman, Becker, and Otter Tail counties in Minnesota. Give Rural Ag Services a call at 701-799-4192. Rural Ag Services, LLC wants to wish the Nugget volleyball team much success at the state tournament. Good luck, Nuggets!
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Thanks for sticking around on 106.5 FM KRJB. I'm Leaf Bakken with your play-by-play action as we broadcast from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth. Visit with Laura and Ada Orulin and plan for the future as the Nuggets come up with that first set win, 25-21. 21 over the Cannon Falls Bombers. Cannon Falls, number 2 in the state coming into this tournament. The number 1 was upset by Mounds Park Academy. Number 1 was Southwest Christian. It was a 5-set game. Well, the Bombers will start off by serving from left to right. We stay on the same side, and we'll start things off with Alex Eilertson getting a kill up front on a second touch. She did go on the jump and the hit, and it lands along the wrong side of the net for the Bombers. Fleming will be on the serve. This one passed back. Rusted will go after it, and it'll be out of bounds. So we'll be wrapped up at 1 in set number 2. Well, this will be Robinson on the serve now as the Nuggets work it around that far side. Good job by Steer on the attack. Ball mishandled by the Bombers, but they finally get it over on the free ball. Ball worked and up front. Nice job by the Bombers on the recovery. Free ball back. Fleming in the back row. Eilertson up front on the far side. Rusted gets the tip off of the block on this near side attack and kill for her. Her 6th kill on the night, on the day, whatever time of day it is. I'm used to this being at night, and we're indoors. Steer was on the serve, and there's Burr on a big kill to the back row. Finding the line judge even crouching down and then signaling that. These line judges, they're committed. I tell you what, it's been fun. It's been fun to watch those guys. 2 apiece in set number 2. Served by the Bombers, received in the back row by Fletcher. Now along the tack line is Eilertson. Rusted goes on the attack. Back, that line judge didn't have a look at it, and it was out of bounds according to this one, so there is a point as it was out of bounds on that far back, or near side corner, as Faith Rusted was trying to go on the attack and kill. Carson Winchell is the one serving, near side, middle, back row. Fleming on the reception. Steer, and then Fleming will have to free ball it across from the back row. Burr gets underneath it. Winchell, and then Burr again. This one goes off of the block that was set up front by Izzy Steer and Eilertson, and it goes way back. So it'll be 4-2 in favor of Cannon Falls. Here's the serve, left to right on the dial. Fleming received it in the back, a little bit off her arm. Then Fletcher to Rusted, who has to free ball it across. Hard hit, but it's partially blocked. Gets under control for the Nuggets. Here's the attack on the near side for Faith Rusted. She'll get the kill as the block set up by Winchell and Husted was not enough. So 3-4 is now the score. Eilertson on the serve, receiving the middle back by Robinson. Here's the attack on the near side by Burr. She'll get the kill. She glanced this way at the student section and then got fired up. She'll step back and serve now with the 2-point lead. In the middle back row, that's Fleming on the reception. Eilertson, then Rusted pushes it through the block to the back row for the kill. Faith Rusted, great kill there, her 8th on the day. 9 assists for Alex Eilertson. Faith Rusted will now go to the back row to serve. Down 4-5 in set number 2. They do have the first set win. This one put into the net, unfortunately, so back to a 2-point lead for Cannon Falls. Winner of this game takes on the winner on the other side of the curtain, and that's number 3 Sox Center and the draw in Greenway. As the Bombers serve, Nuggets work around into the front row. Izzy Steer takes control and puts that one hard to the middle Bomber floor. Great job for the freshman. Her first kill on the night. Allie Reap steps on to serve. Little mishandled, so it'll be free ball to the back row. Reap to the front row where Eilertson is. Hard attack by Fleming, but it's blocked, so the Nuggets get another chance at this. Far side is Iverson, who stepped on for Fletcher. Now the Bombers get their opportunity. Johnson goes after it. It's partially blocked, ends up on the Nuggets side. Here's the near side front row attack by Fleming. To the back row. Bombers working around. Husted goes on it, and as that one tipped, that's what the line judge says. Tipped and then goes out of bounds as Husted will get that kill. So that'll make it 7-5 in favor of the Bombers. Reap on the reception in the far corner, and then Anna Steer trying to get the kill, but she puts it out of bounds to the side. (8-5). Winchell on the serve, as Fleming pushes it over, and it's pushed right back. Here's Fleming from the middle. Sent over to Schoenfelder in the back row. Here's the attack, and out of bounds. Was it touched? Carson Winchell went on the attack. It is not. So the Nuggets will come up with that point. 6-8, down to the Cannon Falls Bombers in set number 2 on KRJB, along with RJBroadcasting.com and YourLiveEvent.com. Streaming audio to you all as Fletcher comes up with the serve. Tipped over. Now the Nuggets work it around. Rusted goes on the attack from the back row. And goes to the back row. Here's an attack from the Bombers on the near side corner. Eilertson, miscommunication by the Nuggets as a block will be put up there by Ellie Lind on the far side corner. It landed in the middle of the floor as Fletcher and Rusted were trying to communicate to each other what to do. And they both ended up missing it. Reap on the Bomber serve, gets the Bomber serve, and then Steer able to go on the attack and kill, putting it into the block, set up just a little further away from the net than they intended. So Anna Steer coming up with her third kill on the day. That was Fleming on the serve. Burr gonna get the kill as she puts it to that far corner off of the leg of Fletcher. Madison Burr with 5 kills. So back and forth we go a bit. That was Robinson on the serve. Nuggets working around, front row attack by Rusted. Here's Burr trying to go for it. Fletcher uses her body to keep this one alive. From the back row, Fleming sends it to the other side where Robinson is. Now in the far corner, that's Schoenfelder, that's Winchell. And that is down for the kill. Good job there for Carson Winchell. She's a freshman, as the other side of the floor chants that to let the Hawley fans know that she's a freshman. Hard attack and kill from the far corner. Eilertson set Anna Steer up for that one. So good setup from the middle front row by Eilertson on that far side. Kill to the middle back by Anna Steer. Anna Steer will now step back and serve from the middle. Getting underneath it, Robinson. Nice dig. Winchell on the attack to the back row where Fleming is. And he'll be free-balled over, just a little bit out of reach for Izzy Steer. Burr goes on the attack. Nice job on the forearms. Second touch over. Burr on the setup for the Bombers. Now Winchell sending it over, and now a whistle. All play is stopped. 2 hits is called. So the error gives Hawley 1 more point, and they are down 11-9 in set number 2. Anna Steer on the serve. This one goes to the middle back row where Robinson is. Then it goes to J.C. Winchell. A hard attack and then blocked as Burr was trying to go after it. She'll try again. Fletcher, and then now it's pushed over. I thought I heard a whistle, but it must have been from the other court. The freshman Winchell goes after it. In the back row is Steer, Eilertson, and then Fleming. In the back row on the other side is Johnson. Second touch, good job by the Nuggets getting underneath it, and then 2 touches going to be called on the Nuggets. So unfortunate there as there was a good rally going between the 2 teams. Both teams bringing a lot of energy, that's for sure. 12-9, Cannon Falls Bombers lead in set number 2. Carson Winchell on the serve. In the middle back is Fletcher on the reception. Eilertson in the front, and then Rustad gets blocked up front. Fleming got a piece of it trying to keep it alive, but that is a big block for Hawley. Husted. So it's 13 for the Bombers, 9 for the Nuggets. This one going to have to be free-balled over. And they call 2 hits as it was a quick 1-2-3 in the back row and didn't quite work out. And that will be where we go to 14-9 and a timeout called by Coach Kathleen Rustad. We'll take a timeout as well here on KRJB 106.5 FM. 14 for Cannon Falls Bombers, 9 for the Hawley Nuggets on the Community Co-op scoreboard.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
On 106.5 FM, KRJB, we have the Hawley Golden Nuggets trailing the Cannon Falls Bombers at the State AA Volleyball Tournament in St. Paul, 9-14. I'm Leif Bach and glad to have the play-by-play action for you as the timeout was taken by Coach Rustad of the Nuggets. The Bombers will serve. Rustad in the back near side corner with the reception. Eilertson, and then Rustad will come up with the kill as it was mishandled by Winchell on this side. Eilertson will step back to serve here as I get everything situated and good to go. Burr, power attack and kill to the back row. No man's land. Nobody was ready for that one, and she was on that near side, sending it to the middle. When you're 6'1", that makes a big difference. Ball worked around, set over by Rustad on the near side corner. Now the Bombers work it. In the front row kill, nice block up front. Hallie Husted goes on the attack in the middle and blocked once again, but here's a chance. Burr sending it to the far side, too far. So that'll put Hawley at 11. Cannon Falls at 15 in set number 2. Faith Rustad to serve from right to left on the dial. Reception in the back row. Here's the attack from the front row on that far side. That one is Lauren Johnson. She'll come up with the kill as well, as Anna Steer was ready for it on that far side back row, but she was ready for it, but it came a little bit too fast. Couldn't quite get the set back up into the air. This will be J.C. Winchell to serve, the 5'8 senior. Nuggets working around. Isabel Steer goes on this kill in the front row. Husted goes on the attack for the Bombers on this near side. Rustad, Eilertson, and then hard set from the back row by Rustad. Burr, Winchell, and now far side attack is Johnson. Far side, Eilertson. Iverson goes on the attack. Winchell receives it on this near side back corner. Trying to punch it over, a little too close. And so the points will go to the Nuggets as Johnson was there trying to push it over, punch it over. Just too close. 12 for the Nuggets, 16 for the Bombers. Speaking of 12, Reap steps on to serve. Husted puts this one through the block and down, so she'll get the kill. That's her 4th on the day. Winchell on the assist. And now it's a 17-12 lead for the Bombers on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Schoenfelder on the serve. Into the back row where Rustad is. Eilertson sets it up for Izzy Steer. Anna Steer, excuse me. She'll get the kill. And the 4-point lead now for the Bombers, but Fletcher will step on and serve for the Nuggets on that far side corner. Received in the back row. Now comes back from the Bombers. This one goes into the tables. And it was touched last by the Nuggets, so it'll be a Cannon Falls point. I think it's interesting where they have these tables set up, where I suppose there wouldn't be as much opportunity. It's equal on each side, where the bench is set up, all that stuff. As the Bombers serve, Rusted in the back. Anna Steer goes on the attack, set up by Eilerts into the back row. Nice job by the Bombers. Burr pushes it through the block, so the Nuggets will try to push it over. On 2. Now we'll see the Bombers work it. Nice block up front. Ooh, gets underneath it is Johnson. And now it's going to the back row, and the kill for Grace Fleming as she set shop as a middle hitter and knocked that one back. A little back and forth quick action and got it to the back row. 14 for Hawley, 18 for Cannon Falls. Hawley serves. It was Grace Fleming on the serve. Burr, middle hitter, kill. She has got a lot of power and a lot of up to her. She skies up there and powers those down. 19-14. This is Robinson on the serve. Worked around by the Nuggets in the front row attack is Rusted. Set up by Witchell. Hard tip over. And now a hard hit back off of the pass for Eilertson. Bombers work it around to that far side. Too hard by the freshman Carson Witchell. Anna Steer will step back to serve now for the Nuggets. This one going to be an ace as it goes to the back row. Robinson can't quite handle it. Scoreboard show, there we go. Okay, it's 16-19. Steer hits the sideline. Over on the side, Schoenfelder on the far side was watching that one, and it lands for an ace for Anna Steer. Trying to get back into it, 17-19, a timeout called by Coach Huseth of the Bombers. Community Co-op scoreboard says 17 for the Hawley Nuggets, Cannon Falls 19. We are in set number 2. The Nuggets have one set win under their belt. One of our great sponsors is Ada Building Center, as they offer post-frame packages with metal sail steel to meet all your frame building needs, and all are built to your specific requests. Post-frame building from Ada Building Center features metal sail steel, plus with computer drafting of your buildings, you get to have a say in what your building looks like and meet your needs and your budget. And when you're looking for farm buildings, storage buildings, or any post-frame building with metal sail steel, visit with Ada Building Center, Highway 200, east edge of Ada. Again, timeout taken by the Bombers of Cannon Falls. They do lead 19-17 over the Nuggets here on KRJB 106.5 FM, along with rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com, streaming audio for those. I'm Leaf Bakken, glad to be here at XL Center. This is a great atmosphere. Glad that they have this here. They split the hockey arena in half, have 2 courts going. The other side is Sauk Center and Greenway. We're back underway on court number 1 as Burr goes on the attack and the kill. Hard attack and kill on that far side. She's fired up every time she hits that ball. Don't know if she's trying to prove a point to this Hawley student section as they bark as the Bombers serve. Eilertson gets the pass to up front. Rusted goes on the attack, and they call Rusted going into the net on that one. So that's Cannon Falls 21, Hawley Nuggets 17. Carson Winchell on the serve, just barely over the net. Trying to tip it over, but it's knocked back by the Bombers. Rusted goes on the attack, and it goes into the net. And now timeout going to be called by Coach Kathleen Rusted. Coach Rusted for the Nuggets takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. The Cannon Falls Bombers lead 22-17 on the Community Co-op scoreboard on KRJB 106.5 FM.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
106.5 FM, KRJB. Nuggets are trailing to the Cannon Falls Bombers. And as we come out of our timeout, Carson Winchell serves up an ace. That's a Mustang Seeds ace. Mustang Seeds, planning your future. Jay Merkins, 218-415-0987, or Scott Erickson, 218-368-5314. Ball back in play as the ball worked around. Was that hit the net? This one goes out of bounds. Nobody touched it, so the Nuggets will get it as there was a block up front, and then the Bombers went after it hard. And so we will be at a score of 18 for the Hawley Nuggets and 23 for the Cannon Falls Bombers. Eilertson on the serve on that far corner. Burr jumps up, smirks this way at the student section, and gets the kill. Hard attack and kill from this near side front row to the middle of the floor. Set point for Burr on the serve. Fleming, Eilertson, and then she gets blocked as she tried to tip it over. That's Hallie Rusted. And that's how we close out set number 2. Cannon Falls Bombers take this one away, 25. The Hawley Nuggets, 18. On 106.5 FM, KRJB. We'll be back with set 3 action. It's one set apiece for our two teams. We've got a fun one here from the State AA Volleyball Tournament.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Valley Premier Bank is a proud sponsor of Hawley Nuggets Athletics. With tradition, community, and experience since 1892, Valley Premier Bank has been helping the people of Hawley and the surrounding communities. Their personal service and dedication create solutions that will drive results you want and expect. Valley Premier Bank is located at 416 6th Street and reachable at 218-483-3361. An FDIC member and equal housing lender, you can rely on Valley Premier Bank. The Hawley JCs is all about giving back to their community. They are a part of many community events such as the Night to Unite, the Fall Stag, the Hawley Rodeo, the Holes for Heroes Ice Fishing Tournament, and the Sandboxville. Since 2016, the Hawley JCs has given nearly $60,000 in donations. To keep the support going, they need new members. Join the team and have fun at the Hawley JCs. Find them on Facebook.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
12:33 on a Thursday afternoon. Hey everybody, I'm Leaf Bakken on KRJB 106.5 FM. Hawley Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers going after it in State AA volleyball. Fleming serves and the Bombers work it around. Hard hit, and the Nuggets will work it themselves. Hard push over, and the first points will go to the Nuggets in set number 3. As Faith Rusted comes up with the kill. The first set went to the Nuggets, 25-21. Set 2 went to the Bombers. I wrote that down backwards on my sheet here as the ball is worked around. Big block up front by Rusted. Bombers get another opportunity here. Free balled over. Fletcher gets in the back row. Eilertson and now Steer trying to tip it over. It hits the antenna for out of bounds. 25-18 in favor of the Bombers in that second set. So we're at least going to 4. As that error puts the Bombers on the board now. Trying to keep the ball alive. Fleming hits this one, and now it does go over. Burr going on the attack. That one finds the official watched that on the line and brought her flag up. That was Madison Burr, the 6'1 sophomore who's had 9 kills on the day. Just a little too far. Anna Steer will serve from right to left on the dial. She will serve too far. It'll be 2-2. Set number 3, we have freshman Carson Winchell on the serve. She serves on this near side corner. It's free balled back as the dig was just a little too hard. Burr on the attack. This one tipped by Fletcher. Now it's number 2. Hit 3 is from the back row middle by Fleming. In the back corner, that's Johnson. Now a big kill up front by Hallie Husted. The assist by J.C. Winchell, who's the setter and defensive specialist. But Hallie Husted, we've talked about her, a middle hitter and a senior. She has got 6 kills on the day. Puts them up 3-2 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Received in the back row middle by Fleming. Eilertson to Rusted, who finds the cross-court kill. Great job by Faith Rusted on this near side. 16 assists for Alex Eilertson, 11 kills according to my statistics for Faith Rusted. Wrapped up at 3 in set number 3. Alex Eilertson will be the one to serve. She serves from the far corner to the near side corner. Burr goes on the attack and the kill as Fleming was not quite ready for that one. Now Burr will be the one to serve. Received by Fleming in the back row middle. Eilertson on the far side, and then they're going to call Fleming for 2 touches. Four 3 now in the third set. Burr on the serve. This one tipped over. Nice job by Eilertson tipping it over, running across in the front. Miscommunication by the Bombers as it lands right near the net. And we stay close up front. Four around as Faith Rusted will serve from the middle. In the back. This one too far. So that'll put the Bombers up 5-4 on the Community Co-op scoreboard here on KRJB. Ball received by Anna Steer. Eilertson, now Fleming going on the attack on this near side corner. Winchell to Winchell. And then punched over by Johnson up front. Eilertson with the set up front. Going over the block and the kill for Grace Fleming on this near side corner, finding the near side. That's the second kill for Grace Fleming today. Allie Reap steps on, the sophomore, to serve. This one will be out as Hallie Husted hits that one up front on the near side, and it finds the outside here, and then we're wrapped up at 6. Ball worked around. Fleming gets to it in the back row. Eilertson, and then Fleming. That was Rusted, I said, on the reception. Bombers work it. Johnson goes on the attack. Not enough power and into the net. So that error will give the Nuggets the 1-point lead, 7-6. Ball worked around to Hawley. Houston with a huge kill from this near side corner to the far side to wrap us up at 7. She was set up by J.C. Winchell on another assist. So that'll take things back over to the Cannon Falls Bombers side. It'll be Kira Schoenfelder on the serve. Near side back corner is Fleming. Then it goes to the front where Eilertson is. Big block up front. That was Ellie Lind. We haven't said her name in a while, and she's got 3 blocks on the day. Great job, as the Nuggets were not expecting that one. Rusted gets the serve, or reception, I should say. Fleming goes on the attack and puts too much power behind it. It'll go out the back door. Puts up Cannon Falls 9 to the Nuggets 7. Schoenfelder will make a mistake on her serve. So the free point makes it 8 for the Nuggets, 9 for the Bombers. Fletcher steps back on, Iverson steps off, and Fletcher serves. Lighter serve. Ends up around the attack line. Here's the attack by Johnson, and she'll go from this near side to the back corner. Big kill there for the Bombers. Doesn't take long for them to get back after it with a 10-8 lead now, taking the ball away from the Nuggets. It's been back and forth here in the third set. Both teams have 1 set apiece. Free ball to cross as the Nuggets couldn't quite handle it. It was way from the back. Burr puts it into the face of Fleming on that for the kill. Ball worked around in the front. Now Steer sends it to the back. Touch by Schoenfelder will give the Nuggets a point. And give them the ball back. Hawley Nuggets 9, Cannon Falls Bombers 11. Fleming steps back to serve. Burr goes on the attack, puts it into a block. Fleming gets underneath it. Eilertson gets on her knees, sets it up. Blocked up front. Nuggets will get another chance. Fleming, lighter hit from the back row. Winchell to Burr, and that finds the back line. Nice job by Burr. Acting like she wanted to go on a hard attack, but she decided to put a hard one-hand set. And it ends up on the back line. Reap and Fletcher watch that one hit the back line. 12-9 lead now for the Bombers. A little miscommunication as Fletcher and Reap run into each other. Set back and forth and set back by the Bombers. J.C. Winchell, the setter, will come up with a kill. Timeout going to be taken now by the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Coach Rusted wants to talk with her team as we have 13 for the Cannon Falls Bombers, 9 for the Hawley Nuggets on the Community Co-op scoreboard on KRJB 106.5 FM.
Greater Hawley Homes is ready to help you find your dream home. With over 40 years of experience, their realtors work hard to ensure your new home is the perfect match, whether it be in the city, country, or on the lake. Looking to put your home on the market? Greater Hawley Homes has great rates and the availability to feature your home. Serving the Hawley, Barnesville, Dilworth, Audubon, Lake Park, and Detroit Lakes areas, Greater Hawley Homes Realtors are ready to work with you. Call Greater Hawley Homes at 218-483-3120 or go online at greaterhawleyhomes.com.
Community Co-op scoreboard reads Cannon Falls 13, Hawley 9 in set number 3. They each have a set apiece here from the State Volleyball Class AA Tournament in St. Paul, Minnesota at XL Center. I'm Leif Bakken on KRJB with your play-by-play. Glad to be bringing you streaming opportunities as well on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. The Bombers will serve from left to right as the Nuggets receive it and work it in the back row. Fleming went to go for a free ball from the back, but not enough power. So 14-9 is now the score. Nice job by Fleming getting underneath it. Tipped over to help it out was Eilertson. The Bombers worked it around. Now we're back on the Nuggets side. This one goes off the antenna, and that was Faith Rusted trying to go on the kill. Thought maybe one of the Bombers tipped it, but it hit the, that's the initial, it hit the antenna first. This one is going to the side. Reap has to get underneath it after Fleming mishandled the serve. Burr gets set up, goes over the top. She was not ready for that. She mistimed the kill, but she gets the kill anyway as the Nuggets find themselves out of place. $16-9 now the score. Reception, hard hit from the back row back. Set up by Burr, back to Burr, blocked up front by Rusted. Bombers still working with it. Tipped over, now it's knocked right back. That time by Eilertson. Now the Bombers get it over. In the front row, Fleming to Eilertson, and then Steer just puts too much power behind it as the line judge jumps out of the way and then signals the out. Cannon Falls 17, Nuggets 9. 2 hits going to be called on the Nuggets now as Steer was trying to set things up on the reception from Fleming. Down by 9. Fleming to Eilertson. Now here's Steer on the attack. Nice job by Schoenfelder in the middle back row. Here's a light tip over by Winchell. Ball worked by the Nuggets. Blocked up front by Burr and Winchell. That'll be the first block for both of them. Extending their lead to 10 ahead of the Nuggets here in set number 3. Robinson on the serve. Fleming to Eilertson, who sent it over on the second touch. Worked around by the Bombers up front, light tip over. Then free balled back to the Bombers. They'll set things up. Burr as Fleming goes on the attack and kill. Excuse me, Burr does. And Fleming was trying to receive it. It went over the top of her head. 20-9. As Rustin passes it over off the setup from Eilertson. Burr goes after it, and it ends up on the Nuggets side. Block was set up just too far away from the net. So 21-9 now. Bombers over the Nuggets. Robinson on quite the service run here. Fleming gets underneath it on that far sideline. Steer, nice tip over, and it's put down by Anna Steer. She can just read the floor really well. Eilertson sets her up. Steer jumps up, looks over, and sees nobody on this near side, so she does a little tip over, and it lands on the line. Trying to get back in. Anna Steer on the serve. This one received by Robinson in the back row. Johnson to Burr, and then it's blocked. Partial block goes out of bounds off of the touch. So it's 22-10. Short-lived redemption there for a moment for the Nuggets. Fletcher on the reception now. Eilertson, and then Izzy Steer sends it over on a tip. Winchell, and then a hit by Husted. Nuggets tried to work it around, and seemed like the Bombers were celebrating a little bit early. And so the kill goes to Hallie Husted. The setup there by J.C. Winchell, and timeout called by Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets. Steve Dalen of Piper Auction and Realty, they've got, you can contact him, as they've got the option for you to buy or sell some farmland. 701-893-8517. That's Steve Dalen with Piper's Auction and Realty. He can also help you out with how you start the process of selling your farmland, and that's just one call away with Steve Dalen, Piper's Auction and Realty, 701-893-8517. Glad to have this broadcast for you on KRJB 106.5 FM. I'm Leif Bakken as the Nuggets trail to the Bombers 23-10 in set number 3. Each team has a set under their belt, so that's good. We're playing at least 4. That's the good news on that side. But a surprise there in the first set for the Bombers as the Nuggets came into this one and took them out 25-21, and then we see the ball still being worked around, and Nuggets will come up with the point. A little mess on both sides. Just kind of back and forth, and then mishandled by the Bombers, but they kept the ball alive, and then they had 4 hits in the long run. Eilertson's serve is received in the back. Husted goes on the attack and gets the kill as it goes to the back row, and Steer can't quite handle it. She attacks from that far front row corner. Set point on the way. 24 for the Bombers, 11 for the Nuggets. Here's Burr on the serve. This one back row where Fleming is. Eilertson, and then Rusted pushes it over. Now it's free balled back over by the Bombers. Third hit going to be pushed over by Rusted in the middle front row. Burr gets underneath it. Winchell, and now Husted, and then blocked up front by Faith Rusted. Her first block on the day. Big points there. But it still remains a set point, 24-12. Bombers with the lead. Rusted to serve from right to left. Received by Winchell. Back to Winchell and then Johnson. 2 Winchells out there. Received in the back row by Steer. Eilertson, and to the back corner by Faith Rusted. Big kill there for Faith Rusted, her 12th on the day. 19 assists for Alex Eilertson. Those seniors working together hard. Long way to go, but they're trying to battle back here in set 3. 24-13 serve on the way. Received by Winchell. Winchell on the setup. Blocked up front as Husted tried to go on the kill. Here's Johnson on the attack. Rusted. Now Iverson goes on the attack. Set up by Burr. 2 touches. So the Nuggets get to work with it. Izzy Steer tips it over. Winchell, Burr, and then miscommunication, but it will be handled. Robinson sending it from the back row on a pass. This one sent right back over. Burr comes up with the kill on a one-touch set back. And that is how the third set closes out here on KRJB 106.5 FM. The Nuggets with 13 trying to rally back into it, but 25 for the Bombers. We're going into set number 4 here on KRJB 106.5 FM. Community Co-op scoreboard reads 2-1 in favor of Cannon Falls over Hawley.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available in monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Welcome back to St. Paul, Minnesota, everybody. I'm Leaf Bakken. You're listening to KRJB 106.5 FM and streaming audio to rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com as we have our in-between set report from Lynn Forest Insurance. Lynn Forest Insurance in Ada, Mahnomen, Foston, Bagley, and Clearbrook. They're hiring for office staff in your area. Call 218-435-6585 for more information. Lynn Forest Insurance. In between sets update, update you again that an upset in the quarterfinals earlier today. Number 1 Southwest Christian fell to Mounds Park Academy, who was a draw in 5 sets. And so Mounds Park will take on number 4 Jackson County Central, Annandale number 5, and the number 1 Southwest Christian will battle at it tomorrow, trying to get to the consolation position, of course, and go from there. So let's get a few things changed here on my board, and now we should be good to go. We are doing COVID protocol, so the teams have stayed on their own side. So the Bombers have remained on the left side of your dial, Nuggets on the right, and nice job by Rusted, who gets underneath the ball. She'll have to free ball it over to the Bombers. Hard attack by Johnson. This one is partially blocked, but goes to Reap in the back row. Now tipped over by Steer off of Eilertson's setup. Now a little bit of a struggle for the Bombers. In the back row is Reap. Eilertson goes on 2. Witchell gets a piece of it, and there's Schoenfelder. Now free ball pass over by Burr, and it's just too hard. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we'd have to go back and play the tape back. But the Nuggets have scored the first point of each set. We are in set number 4. Hawley with 1. Cannon Falls with 2. Blocked up front as Burr tried to go on the attack. You can hear the student section really upset, giving her grief about that. Nuggets working around up front as Anna Steer goes on the attack, and kill set up by Eilertson. Great job. She was on that far side, pushed it over through the block, and then it landed on the line anyway on the far side. So 2-point lead now for the Nuggets. Fleming on the serve. Getting underneath this is Schoenfelder. Witchell, and then Witchell goes on the attack and gets blocked up front by Anna Steer. And just like that, the Nuggets are up by 3. Here's Burr going on the attack up front. Fleming reached out and got underneath it in the back row ahead of Reap. But Reap was unable to recover and run back to where the ball was heading. And so that'll be a Cannon Falls point. Brianna Robinson, wearing the libero jersey, puts this one into the net. So, just like that, the Nuggets get the ball back and a point. 4-1. Anna Steer, the junior, on the serve. Serves from the middle back row. Schoenfelder to Witchell, and then the freshman Witchell goes on the attack, gets the kill after it was tipped by the Nuggets. That is the third kill for Carson Winchell. The freshman standing at 5'6", outside hitter for this Bomber team. She'll step back to serve. Fleming receives it in the middle back row. Eilertson sets it up, and then they call her for a double touch. That one's been a tough one for setters across northwest Minnesota. We've talked about that, at least on yourliveevent.com, for those who have joined us for those games, as Winchell puts this one into the net. So a service error gives the Nuggets a point, and I think it's been a point of emphasis this year as I've talked to my fellow broadcasters and just the situations where the double touch comes into play for those setters. It's been frustrating, but we worked through it and worked past it. Eilertson serve, receiving the back by Robinson. Burr trying to go on the attack, and that was on the line as it's blocked back by Izzy Steer. and Faith Rusted. So that'll put Nuggets up 6-3. Eilertson on the serve, received by Robinson in the middle back row. Winchell setting it up for Houston, blocked up front again! Steer and Iverson this time. Wow! I feel like I'm the one bringing the energy on that block. The student section now chanting, there's a wall there. 7-3. Eilertson serve, received once again by Robinson, same spot. Winchell, and then Burr. Nice job by Fleming. She got underneath the hard hit by Burr, but it goes off of her arms a little bit too hot. And so there will be a kill for the sophomore. According to my stats, 9 assists for J.C. Winchell. She's been doing her job as the setter, that's for sure. Ace going to be called for Madison Burr, as the Nuggets are caught off guard on that one. Ball landing in the middle back row. 5 for Cannon Falls, 7 for the Nuggets. This one received by Fleming in the middle back. Eilertson sets it from the far side to Rusted on the near side. Robinson gets underneath in the back row. Winchell, now Burr from this near side back row. Miscommunication again, but the Nuggets recover. Light hit over by Fleming. Winchell gets underneath it. Now J.C. Winchell with the setup. Johnson on that far side. Then we get to Eilertson diving for it, and it goes out of bounds too far. And instead of that being out off of Eilertson, it's actually a call on Steer being in the net. Still a 1-point lead for the Nuggets as Burr serves. Iverson going on the tip and blocked. Is it kept alive? Carry going to be called on the Nuggets. So Hawley Houston, she had a big block, but the Nuggets kept it alive, but a carry was called on trying to recover. Burr still serving from left to right. Nicks the top of the net. Nice job by Fleming getting underneath it. Eilertson in the middle sets it up for this near side attack for Rusted. Ball worked around by the Bombers. Back and forth up front of the net. Block, and then over. Now the Bombers working with it, and this one going to be a point in favor of the Nuggets to take the 1-point lead as there's a double touch by the Bombers. Eight to 7. Nuggets serving. Faith Rusted. Robinson receives it in the back. Now in the front row is J.C. Winchell, and Houston sends it too far to the cross court. And so it'll be 9 to 7. Rusted going on the serve, sending it to the back row. Winchell will get to it in the corner before Burr gets a chance on it. Johnson tries to go on the attack and puts it into the net. Coach Melissa Huseth stepping up, talking to her Bomber team. Make the correction. Rusted. Nice serve. It's dug up and sent back to the Nuggets. Eilertson on the setup from the pass. Iverson sends it to this near side where Burr is. Now in the front, set up by, that's Winchell, who sets it for Hawley Houston on the kill. So that'll make it 10 to 8 in favor of Hawley, but the ball in the possession of J.C. Winchell for the Bombers. Received in the near side corner by Fleming. Set up by Eilertson. Steer went on the attack, got blocked, and then she recovered from it and bumped it off her forearm, but it went the wrong direction going back. Nobody could quite get to it for the Nuggets. 9 for the Bombers, 10 for the Hawley Nuggets on 106.5 FM, KRJB, Ada, Minnesota. Thanks for tuning in for state volleyball. Iverson going on a odd attack as this one is called a carry on Iverson. And now we're wrapped up at 10. Eilertson set that one, and it was pretty close to the net. Winchell with another serve. Far corner is Rusted. And then Eilertson sets up the freshman Izzy Steer. And she just puts her whole hand on it and shoves that one straight to the ground for the kill. Her second kill on the day, 21 assists for Eilertson, the 1-point lead now for the Nuggets on KRJB. The sophomore Allie Reap steps in and serves from the middle back row. Robinson on the reception. Now here's Husted, and she'll get the attack. The block did not, and kill, I should say, as the block did not work out for the Nuggets. It was almost slow motion there. Trying to make that recovery. 11 around is the score on the Community Co-op scoreboard here in set number 4. Bombers with 2 sets. Nuggets with 1. Schoenfelder on the serve. Fleming to Eilertson, and then too much power by Anna Steer. That's kind of been the story for her today. So, 1-point lead now for Cannon Falls. Rusted receives the serve. Ball work. Nice job by Iverson, and then the ball game is stopped. 2 hits by Cannon Falls. Wraps us up at 12. And indeed, the student section behind me is correct. You cannot touch the ball twice. Fletcher steps on to serve. Robinson is there. Now on the attack line is going to be Witchell. And then Johnson has just had some shallow attack opportunities as that one hit the net very near the top. Ellie Lind has stepped back in there. This is Fletcher on the serve. This one's set up for Witchell as that one, and it was touched. Okay, sorry, the attack there again by Witchell. I had to look back to the line judge, and he took his time, which is, he has every right to take his time and make that call. The call was that there was a touch, and so we're wrapped up at 13. Johnson serve received. Eilertson, and then nice job by Steer on the attack. High pass in the back row. Now Burr will have to send it across on a free pass in the front row. Trying to tip it over. Nice job by Rusted recovering, and then just kind of out of timing for the Nuggets. There's a lot of action taking place at the front row. They saved the ball off of the block, but then miscommunication between Steer and Eilertson on that far side front row trying to recover. Johnson serves from the middle back row. Rusted in the back row. Eilertson, now Fleming. Received by Johnson, trying to get it back under control. Will it be free ball to cross? This one will be too far. As they tried to get it back under control, the Bombers did. It goes out of bounds, and we are tied at 14. Glad we can bring you a volleyball action from St. Paul for this state tournament. Nuggets and the Bombers going at it in the quarterfinals. Number 2 and the draw in. Number 2 being Cannon Falls. The ball worked around by the Nuggets. Now tipped around by the Bombers. Witchell will go on the attack. Fletcher, Eilertson, and then Steer. Now set up in front. Burr on a lighter attack. Free balled right back across by Fleming. Here's Witchell. Now Johnson. Excuse me, that's Lind. She's blocked up front. Lind tried to go on the attack, but Faith Rusted says no. So, Nuggets with the 1-point lead over the Bombers as Fleming goes on the serve. Just barely over the net. Burr, hard one to the back row. Fleming trying to get underneath it as Reap didn't quite get the set she wanted. Fleming dove for it, and just not enough power to bring it back into the court of play. And we stay tied here in set number 4. They announced the teams on the other side. I'll have to find the results for the Sauk Center Greenway game. As a nice attack there by Steer. Robinson got underneath it. Light attack by Witchell up front. Here's Eilertson on the second touch, attack and kill. Robinson got to it, but it was too low for anyone to work with. So, Nuggets keeping things rolling, 16-15. Anna Steer on the serve. Received by Schoenfelder on that far corner. Burr's going to go on the attack on the far side. She's blocked up front. So the Bombers will get another opportunity here. Free ball across by J.C. Winchell. Fletcher gets underneath it. Now in the front row is Eilertson. And the attack, just a little bit to the outside by Faith Rusted. Deep breath taken here for Carson Winchell, the freshman who serves. This one punched over by Eilertson up front, but a recovery by the Bombers. Fletcher to Eilertson now as the Bombers got it back across. Rusted will get this one just out of the reach of Robinson, who touched it. That must have been just on the line as well. So the kill for Faith Rusted. 22 assists for Alex Eilertson. As I say that, Eilertson will step back and serve from that far corner. Narrowly over the nets. This one, Winchell got underneath it, but it's a ace for Alex Eilertson. Mustang Seeds ace, planting your future. Corn and soybean seed. Contact Jay Merkins, 218-415-0987, or Scott Erickson, 218-368-5314. Alex Eilertson with the ace here, and a 2-point lead for the Hawley Nuggets, as the timeout taken by the Bombers will keep it right here in set number 4 on KRJB 106.5, along with streaming on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. Community Co-op scoreboard, again, 18-16 in favor of the Nuggets. We are in set 4. 2-set win so far for the Bombers, 1 for the Nuggets, as they're trying to force this one to 5. As want to thank everybody for tuning in and being part of this, and want to thank all our sponsors, of course. So everybody that you've heard, please say thank you to them, and if you're doing business with them, for making it possible. I mean, great to be here at XL Center, home of the Wild, and they've converted it into 2 volleyball courts. So really cool. So 18-16 is the score as we go to resume play. Eilertson with a lighter serve. Winchell decides to jump up and go after it. Robinson, now Burr sending it to the back. Steer gets it in the back row. Along the attack line is Eilertson. Fleming goes on the attack. Winchell, and now Burr trying to go on the attack. This one partially blocked, under control for the Nuggets. As Iverson goes on the attack, it's blocked. Eilertson gets underneath it. Fleming, now Rusted, sending it to the back row. Weird, awkward set there for Johnson, and now it's mishandled, and now it will be 4 hits by the Bombers. Points for the Hawley Nuggets here in the 4th set. 19-16 now. Nice attempt there by the Bombers. It was oddly set up by Lauren Johnson, and then Winchell tried to get underneath it. Robinson got to it, but it was just too many hits. This one way in the back. Robinson, Johnson, now free balled back by J.C. Winchell. Back row, that's Fleming. Eilertson, Izzy Steer tries to go on the tip attack. This one riding the net. Nice job. The Nuggets recover only on 2 touches. Fleming put it over. Now Burr going on a hard attack. Fleming, Eilertson, and then send over on the hard hit by Burr. They keep it alive. Nice job by Steer to send it over. Burr trying to get it. Gets it over the block again. Steer now tipped over by Rusted. Winchell, now Burr. This one pushed through the block again. Fleming in the back row. Front row is Eilertson setting it up for Rusted. Now Johnson in the back on that far side. Johnson, trying to get underneath it. Oh, man, keeping that one alive. Eilertson got underneath the attack of Burr, and then it was Rusted getting into it, but not enough, and then Eilertson tried to turn around, and it didn't quite work out. 19 for Hawley Nuggets, 17 for Bombers. Burr on the serve. Fleming to Steer. Now Fleming will go on the attack. Trying to go on 2. Eilertson was ready for it. She gets the dig. Steer to Rusted, and then dug up by Winchell, and then nobody's there as Houston tripped up, and Winchell had set her up. And so that puts up the Nuggets 20-17. Well, here's Faith Rusted on the serve. Robinson gets it in the back. Now Houston will get set up, and this one will be put down with a block by Steer and Fleming. That's Izzy Steer as well. Nice job there for her. Her 3rd block on the day. Grace Fleming with her 2nd. 21-17 now the score. Grace Fleming, Faith Rusted on the serve. Ball worked around by the Bombers. Johnson, hard hit, pushes it. Ooh! Eilertson called off Steer after it was pushed through that block. And so they were talking to each other and called each other off on that one. So unfortunate there. 21-18. J.C. Winchell Ball worked around now. Fleming from Eilertson to the back row where Burr is. Husted gets a piece of it. Now this one goes. Great job by Faith Rusted getting underneath the ball, but it was out of bounds as she got underneath it and pushed it over the up official's head. 2-point match. Steer receives. Eilertson to Iverson. Blocked up front. Nope, it'll be not hard enough by Iverson. It goes into the net. So 4 hits turns it to 21-20. Bombers trying to settle themselves down. They do have the serve. Fleming receives it in this near corner. Eilertson, then Izzy Steer, putting it to the back to where Witchell is. J.C. Witchell, and now Johnson. Nice job by Anna Steer. Nobody's in position. Get underneath it. Oh, no, what's the call? We stopped play because somebody was in the net. They called Izzy Steer for being there. Timeout going to be called here in set number 4 by Coach Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets. It's 21 around on the Community Co-op scoreboard. The Hawley Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers in quarterfinal state volleyball class AA tournament.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Glad to be providing this broadcast for you on 106.5 FM, KRJB. From the Lord Tweetin Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth, you can visit with Laura and Ada or Yulin and plan for the future. I'm Leif Bach and glad to have the play-by-play action for you as it is 21-21 here in this game. Set number 4, 2 sets for the Bombers, 1 for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trying to keep things alive. This is J.C. Winchell, the senior, serving from left to right as the ball is worked around, blocked up front by the Bombers. Now free passed over, and then Johnson puts it into the net for the Bombers, so Nuggets will get that point and take the 1-point lead. The Nuggets won the first set 25-21, then they fell 25-18, and then 25-13, so they're looking for some redemption. Allie Reep steps on the floor and serves. This one, nice job by Fleming. It was dug up by Johnson on the serve reception, but then Fleming puts it right back down as the dig was too hard back to them. Robinson had a good opportunity trying to get underneath it, but it just kind of went off her arms funny. And that is what will bring us to another timeout. This one called by Coach Melissa Huseth for the Cannon Falls Bombers. Number 2 in seat for this tournament. Hawley Nuggets were the draw in. We saw Mounds Park Academy beat number 1 Southwest Christian in 5, so that was exciting. So they will take on the number 4 Jackson County Central. That means Annandale and Southwest Christian will play in the consolation bracket trying to move up. Steve Dalen, Piper's Auction and Realty, glad to be proud to have them as a sponsor. What do you get the most value for your farmland? How do you get the most value for your farmland? By contacting Steve Dalen for a market analysis, 701-893-8517. Steve Dalen, Piper's Auction and Realty. 23 for the Hawley Nuggets, 21 for the Cannon Falls Bombers on the Community Co-op scoreboard in set 4. Nuggets trying to force this one to 5 sets as Allie Reep, the sophomore, serves. Winchell in the back corner to get to it. Huseth, as this one is a hard kill. And points for the Bombers. Hallie Husted put it to the far back corner. And it might have been out, but it was just nicked by Eilertson on its flight path, heading over her head. 22 for the Bombers, 23 for the Nuggets. Schoenfeldner on the serve. In the back row is Rusted. This one tipped by Steer after the setup by Eilertson. Nice recovery by Johnson. Robinson now sent over by Winchell. Eilertson, Reep, and then Fleming pushing it through the block. Schoenfelder is there in the back corner. Up in the front, nice job by Winchell, and Reep was in the back row to receive that. Fleming, they're trying to get underneath it. The Bombers do. Free balled over. No whistle, okay. I thought I heard one. Must have been from the other court. Hard hit there by Anna Steer. Nice job by Winchell. Robinson free balled over by Schoenfelder. Rusted gets to it in the back row. Eilertson trying to set up Iverson. She tips it over. Miscommunication by the Bombers. Coach Huseth is going nuts. Why is Coach Huseth going nuts for the Bombers? That's a great kill. Okay, now we're going to have Winchell, the senior, come over and ask the up official a question on that one. The points were awarded to the Nuggets. 24-22 is the score. McKenna Iverson with the kill. Fletcher steps on for Iverson and serves. Robinson gets to it. Winchell, now Johnson. Sends it over. Eilertson on the setup. Fleming sending it to the back corner where Schoenfelder is. Winchell to Winchell. This time Rusted gets underneath it. Reap will have to. Now it'll be back to Rusted. Free ball across. Sending it to the back court. Robinson. Schoenfelder. This one high for Winchell. Fletcher. And then that'll be a carry called on Anna Steer. Fleming comes up to ask about that one, but things continue on. Johnson to serve. Rusted underneath it. Eilertson. Now Steer puts it through the block. Past Burr and Winchell. And we're going to play 5 today. 25 for the Hawley Nuggets. 23 for the Cannon Falls Bombers. As we close out set number 4, we are tied up at 2 sets apiece. That means we play set number 5 only to 15 on KRJV 106.5 FM, along with rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. Streaming audio. We're glad to have this one for you from the State Class AA Volleyball Tournament. Set 5 is on the way.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hey everybody, glad you're listening on KRJB 106.5 FM. I'm Leif Bakken as we are in set 5, going into it here. As the Nuggets have kept the Bombers off just long enough there to force this one now. And so the student section behind me getting wild. How did we get here? Set 1 went to the Nuggets actually, 25-21. 25-18 set 2 in favor of the Bombers. 25-13 set 3 for the Bombers. And 25-23 is where we're at now. I'm Leif Bakken, glad to have this play-by-play action for you. I think I have the rowdiest group of the student section behind me. But that's okay. They're making it great. Lauren Johnson will be the one to serve for the Bombers from left to right on the dial. Received by Fleming. Eilertson got up to it, and the first point put down by Madison Burr as she blocked up front. So there's the first points. We're only going to 15, so each one matters. As this one's blocked and falls out of bounds. Nice job by Johnson up front there for the Bombers, but a good read by Fleming for the Nuggets. This will be Grace Fleming to serve on the 1-1. Fifth set. Winchell setting up Winchell. In the back row is Reap. Eilertson setting up Anna Steer. Nice job by J.C. Winchell getting underneath it. Schoenfelder on the second touch. Here's Carson Winchell. As the team called out, Reap reaches up for it and gets a piece of it. So unfortunate there as the Bombers get one more point. Nugget students bark as Eilertson sets up Faith Rusted on this near side for a huge kill. That's the 14th kill on the day for the senior Faith Rusted. It's the 23rd assist for Alex Eilertson. We're wrapped up at 2 in set number 5. Anna Steer on the serve. Slowly walks up. Winchell gets underneath it. J.C. Winchell goes on the setup, and then Burr messes up on her attack. The sophomore Madison Burr, who in fact does have 16 kills, was trying to put one along the a net, but she missed it with her hand a bit. Receive from Steer ends up to Robinson. Burr is blocked and it goes right back. She punches it up. Johnson, free ball across by Winchell. Here's Fletcher in the back corner. Eilertson going on it on 2. Nice job by Schoenfelder, and it goes out of bounds just too hard. The Nuggets up 4-2. Timeout going to be called by Coach Melissa Huseth of the Cannon Falls Bombers. She is not happy, but the Nuggets are. With a 4-2 lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard in set 5, it's 2 sets apiece. We're coming back with more.
Steer Builders of Hawley is a residential construction company specializing in framing and new single-family homes. Jared and the team at Steer Builders will work with you on the home you're building or post-frame buildings like shops, barns, garages, and more. Steer Builders is also hiring framers. Must be 18 and experience is not required but a plus. Contact Steer Builders at 701-261-7798 for any questions regarding hiring, homes, or new post-frame buildings. Steer Builders of Hawley, 701-261-7798.
106.5 FM, KRJB State Volleyball action for Class AA. The Hawley Nuggets and the Cannon Falls Bombers. Nuggets lead 4-2 in set number 5. As a Steer serve goes over to the Bombers as they work it around. Burr goes on the attack. A big block by the Nuggets. That's Izzy Steer up front. Great job there for the Nuggets on the block. 5-2. Now Robinson receives in the middle back row. Winchell to Winchell, and it was touched at the net by the Nuggets, so it'll make it 3-5. Carson Winchell will now serve from this near side corner. Fleming to Eilertson. Rusted pushes it through the block. Nice job by Winchell on the other side. J.C. Winchell on a setup. Burr gets blocked up front. Alex Eilertson with the block. That's her first block on the day. Madison Burr being stopped. We saw her really making the points early on, and the Nuggets are figuring out how to stop her, or at least trying. Eilertson goes on the serve. Nice job by Burr. She almost had to dive over the table to save that, and she gets it back, gets it done. This one blocked up front as the Nuggets get another chance to work with it. Fleming hit back to Winchell in the middle by the attack line. Now Burr, light set over, light touch I should say. Eilertson, Steer, and then Fleming with a punch over with her wrist. Huseth puts it into the block and down. Nice job there for Hallie Huseth, 13 kills on the day. 12 assists unofficially for J.C. Winchell. I think she has more than that. Madison Burr on the serve from the middle back. Steer on the reception on that far corner. Eilertson in the front row. Rusted goes on the attack, but Robinson's there on this near corner. Here's Johnson on the attack. Too hard. And so that puts our score at 7 for the Nuggets, 4 for the Bombers, and Faith Rusted will be the one to serve, utilizing all 6 to 7 feet behind the line. This one goes to Robinson. This one's going to be very close and tipped over. And okay. Sorry about that, folks, as the official line judge was waving his flag. Meant it was out of bounds, and it did go out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Nuggets, so Huseth comes up with the kill. Now we're back in play. Iverson sending it to the back row where Burr hits it right back to the Nuggets. Little miscommunication. Burr gets underneath it again. Winchell, and then sent over by Johnson. Nice job by Steer. Rusted, and then Fleming will send it to the back where Burr is. In the front row is Winchell, and now in the front row on the attack. That one, it was touched. Husted, with another kill. 6 now for the Cannon Falls Bombers, 7 for the Hawley Nuggets. Stepping back is J.C. Winchell, the senior setter. Near side corner is Fleming in the front row, and then blocked by Steer. Little back and forth battle at the net, punched up, and now Huseth, now blocked down by Steer. Bombers recover, and so now an opportunity here for the Nuggets. Attack by Fleming to the back row. Robinson gets in the way of Winchell, but she'll get underneath it. Now J.C. Winchell will free ball it across. Far corner is Steer. Eilertson setting it up for Fleming on the near side. Now to the back row where Winchell is. A little bit shallow, but there's J.C. Winchell. Johnson tried to put it over, but it was blocked, and now they get a chance. Push it over. In the back row is Steer, sent over by Rusted. Robinson now near side. Husted blocked up front. Now trying to dive and make it work. The Bombers can't. They've been working hard, but it works out in favor of the Nuggets on that one with the block. I believe that was Anna Steer. Faith Rusted, as Winchell comes up and asks the up official something, and she just shakes her head no, and so she'll step back into the position. This one nicks the net on the serve from Reap. This one too hard by Hallie Husted. She seems a little flustered. That frustration is turned into a timeout for Coach Huseth as the Hawley Nuggets lead 9-6 on KRJB 106.5 FM. We are in the 5th set, according to the Community Co-op scoreboard. 2 sets apiece. We'll be right back.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Community Co-op scoreboard reads 9 for the Hawley Nuggets, 6 for the Cannon Falls Bombers. Here on 106.5 FM KRJB, I'm Leaf Bach and glad to have the play-by-play action for you. We are in set number 5. As the Hawley Nuggets are trying to surprise the number 2 Cannon Falls. That's why you play the game and come to a state tournament. Anything can happen. Allie Reap on the serve. Robinson in the middle back row to receive it. Winchell and then tipped over by Johnson. It was Eilertson and then Fleming trying to set it over as it goes out of bounds. Just too hard of a set there by the Nuggets. So 2-point game in the 5th set, as I mentioned. So every point counts, of course. They count in all of them, but especially here in the 5th. Schoenfelder goes on the serve. Fleming to Eilertson, and then Steer tips it over. This one heading to the back, and that one will be out of bounds. Reap with a nice read. She was running to go get to that, and then she decided, wait a second, and pulls up. She would have been a little bit late on that, and she also would have been, it would have been awkward. It would have been very awkward. Iverson will step off. Good job for the senior. She's doing a good job in there. The senior Fletcher will step on and serve. Winchell to Winchell, back over to Carson Winchell. She puts it into the... Oh, okay. That one ended up on the... From my position, it looked like she put it into the net and it landed on their side, but she did put it into the Hawley block. And it was just too far away from the net and it ends up on the right side of the net. From left to right, here's a serve from Johnson. Faith Rusted gets underneath it in the back row. Eilertson and now Steer puts it off the block and down. Anna Steer with the kill. That's 11 for the Nuggets, 8 for the Bombers. 8 kills for Anna Steer, 24 assists for Eilertson. Grace Fleming on the serve. Winchell to Burr, and that one goes to the back. Madison Burr, hard kill. Set up by none other than J.C. Winchell, her 13th assist. That's 17 unofficial kills for the sophomore Madison Burr. 11 for Hawley, 9 for Cannon Falls. Robinson, the libero, will serve. To the far corner is Fleming, Eilertson, and then pushed over by Rusted. Johnson, now Burr goes on the attack. That's out of bounds. Burr was trying to do a little bit of some sneaky attack and kill. And it ends up being too hard and too angled to that outside. The junior Anna Steer to serve with a 12-9 lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Schoenfelder, Winchell to Winchell, blocked up front by Faith Rusted. Blocked on this near side corner, puts it to that far side. Faith Rusted coming up with 4 blocks today. It is 13-9. They are trying to make an upset here. The draw, Hawley over the number 2, Cannon Falls. Bombers working around. Burr on the tip. It hit the antenna according to the official. So another mistake by the sophomore Madison Burr makes this a set game point situation for the Hawley Nuggets. The winner will take on the winner between Sauk Center and Greenway. I'm unsure on who the winner was there. Anna Steer, the junior, on the serve. Schoenfelder on the dig. Up front, Burr hit this one hard. Fleming reached out and got a piece of it. So unfortunate there for the Nuggets as they give a point to the Bombers, but it's 14-10 in set 5. The freshman Carson Winchell to serve on this near side corner. Serve is over to the middle where Fleming is. Eilertson, then Rusted, and the point goes over to the Bombers as Eilertson gets called for a double touch. Timeout going to be called by Coach Kathleen Rusted of the Hawley Nuggets with the 14-11 lead on the Community Co-op scoreboard in set number 5. More great action coming your way from the state volleyball tournament for AA on KRJB 106.5 FM.
Why do 148 businesses call Hawley, Minnesota home? They love the business-friendly community and the quick connections to major roads and cities. Hawley has affordable business amenities and shovel-ready commercial and industrial lots waiting for you in great locations. There's even small business startup office space located right downtown. Ready to move your business to Hawley? Contact Lee at 701-306-4497 or visit the new website at hawley.govoffice.com.
14-11. The Nuggets over the Bombers right now, but the Bombers are serving in set 5 on KRJB 106.5 FM. Fleming gets underneath the serve. Eilertson to Rusted. Underneath that is Johnson in the back row. Free ball over from Houston. To the back row is Anna Steer. Eilertson and now Rusted to the back corner. She puts it down. And the Hawley Nuggets upset the number 2 Cannon Falls Bombers. Holy smokes. The Hawley Nuggets come in to the quarterfinal, the draw, and upset the number 2 Cannon Falls Bombers in state volleyball class AA play. 5 sets played out. Nuggets 15, Bombers 11, and they're moving on to take on the winner between Sauk Center and Greenway. My goodness, what a finish there for these two teams. The Bombers have nothing to hang their heads on because they performed very well today. What time is it? 1:37 in the afternoon. We've got some post-game coming your way, brought to you by Home Crown Realty. And game summary as well, all coming your way on 106.5 FM. along with audio streamed on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. The Hawley Nuggets beat the Cannon Falls Bombers in 5 sets, 3-2, a 15-11 finish on the Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
Valley Premier Bank is a proud sponsor of Hawley Nuggets athletics. With tradition, community, and experience since 1892, Valley Premier Bank has been helping the people of Hawley and the surrounding communities. Their personal service and dedication create solutions that will drive results you want and expect. Valley Premier Bank is located at 416 6th Street and reachable at 218-483-3361. An FDIC member and equal housing lender, you can rely on Valley Premier Bank.
Welcome to Edine Family Dentistry, just off Highway 10 in Dilworth. Our purpose is to meet and exceed your expectations, providing the most personalized care possible in a relaxing environment, providing exceptional dental care using the latest technology and advancements in dentistry. Currently welcoming new patients. Stop in and see Dr. Edine or Dr. Muscatel and their friendly staff at Edine Family Dentistry. EdineFamilyDentistry.com. 218-287-2938.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Greater Hawley Homes is ready to help you find your dream home. With over 40 years of experience, their realtors work hard to ensure your new home is the perfect match, whether it be in the city, country, or on the lake. Looking to put your home on the market? Greater Hawley Homes has great rates and the availability to feature your home. Serving the Hawley, Barnesville, Dilworth, Audubon, Lake Park, and Detroit Lakes areas, Greater Hawley Homes realtors are ready to work with you. Call Greater Hawley Homes at 218-483-3120 or go online at greaterhawleyhomes.com.
The Hawley JCs is all about giving back to their community. They are a part of many community events such as the Night to Unite, the Fall Stag, the Hawley Rodeo, the Holds for Heroes Ice Fishing Tournament, and the Sandboxville. Since 2016, the Hawley JCs has given nearly $60,000 in donations. To keep the support going, they need new members. Join the team and have fun at the Hawley JCs. Find them on Facebook.
Welcome back on B 106.5 FM. I'm Leaf Bach, and glad to have the play-by-play action for you as the Hawley Nuggets will advance to the semifinals of Class AA State Volleyball. They'll take on the winner between Sauk Center and Greenway. Let's see if I can find that result here as we talk a little bit about our two teams on the post-game show of the Home Crown, brought to you by Home Crown Realty. Eric Smart and Brendan Dahl, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. HomecrownRealty.com. As let's see if I can scroll here, and I'll get right back to it. It'll be Sauk Center beat Greenway 3-1, so the Hawley Nuggets will be facing them. But let's talk a little bit about the two teams here between the Nuggets and the Bombers from Cannon Falls, as they went all the way out to 5 and the number 2 team falls to the draw in Hawley. So that's exciting, and we can recap how that goes here in our game summary, brought to you by Benedictine Care Community in Ada. In the first set, it was 25-21 in favor of the Nuggets. They had some well-timed kills and some second-touch kills that we'd heard in pregame that the Bombers weren't used to, and so that was a huge win to get things rolling. In set 2, it went the other way, though. The Bombers had some really well-placed kills, especially by the tall 6'1 sophomore Madison Burr. 25-18 was the score on that. 25-13 in set 3 in favor of the Bombers, with a good run for the Bombers, and the Nuggets couldn't rally back. Set 4 was 25-23 as the Nuggets just kept clawing and keeping ahead just a bit. And then in set 5, 15-11, as I think that the Bombers were just gassed. They looked like they were really tired, and so that was how that kind of panned out to favor the Nuggets as write things down and try to talk. I can't do it. So really exciting there for the Nuggets to move on to the semifinal. They'll take on Sauk Center, as I mentioned. And so let's take a look at some of our statistics here for the two teams, starting off with the Cannon Falls Bombers. Well, they had 3 aces total, 1 in the first, in the second, and in the 5th set. 2 blocks in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Your leader in blocks was Ellie Lind, who did a nice job while she was in there. Very good job. On the kills category, it was 2 in the first, 11 kills in the second, 10 in the third, and 4 in the fourth, along with only 1, 2, 3. I missed these ones. 4 in the 5th set. Your leader in kills was none other than Madison Burr, 6'1", very good player. She's got 2 more years ahead of her for this team. 17 kills on the day. 15 kills for Hallie Husted, who is a senior and played very well today also. On the assist category, I think I was behind, but J.C. Winchell ends up with the most assists at 13, according to my statistics. So a good job there. Switching over to the Hawley Nuggets. They had 3 aces in that first set, followed by 2 in the third. Leader was Anna Steer with 3 of those 5. 3 blocks in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 8 in the fourth, and 3 in the 5th. As the other student section they've moved in behind us for the next section, so you'll hear some of there. I'll try to keep them turned down, but leader in blocks today, well, between Izzy Steer and Faith Rusted, they both had 4, along with Anna Steer having 4. So nice job there. In the kills category, it was 11 kills in the first, 10 in the second, 5 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and only a few there in the 5th set. Your leader in kills today was Faith Rusted with 14. That was followed by Anna Steer at 8. Alex Eilertson had a few herself with 5. She also led the team in assists with 24 total. 7 in the first, 7 in the second, 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 3 in the 5th. The Hawley Nuggets beating Cannon Falls Bombers in 5 sets, 3-2. How exciting was that? Let's take us to the sub of the game, brought to you by Subway and Ada. Dine in, take out. Subway Ada wishes to say thanks to all of those who have stopped in and continue to be regular customers at Subway Ada. And they wish everybody the best in competition as the Nuggets continue on. Sub of the game, it has to be McKenna Iverson. 1, because she's the only sub that comes on, but her and Fletcher on a regular rotation, and a nice job there by McKenna Iverson. She had a block and 2 kills on the day. She did a good job in there, and looking forward to seeing more of what she can do. Fletcher doing a nice job in there as well. She had 1 assist to make it in the books today. Sub of the game brought to you by Subway in Ada. Eat fresh. Let's talk about our stars of the game, brought to you by Darren Ramey Insurance Brokers of America and American Federal Bank in Ada. Stars of the game, I think you have to give it to Alex Eilertson being one of them with 5 kills as a setter. That's pretty impressive, along with 24 assists. She's always getting a touch on the ball. She just does a really nice job out there as she is a superstar. You also have to give some credit to Faith Rusted with those 14 kills And just a great job. So your 2 stars of the game, Alex Eilertson and Faith Rusted. Precision Player of the Game, brought to you by RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton. Call them at 701-636-2119. Precision Player of the Game, or Play of the Game. I think you got to give the precision play to your blockers. Isabel Steer, who did a nice job. Anna Steer doing a really good job. There's a couple of times between the Steer sisters, they just do a nice job. I have to maybe say Anna Steer might be our precision player of the game because she reaches up, like as she's flying through the air, she is looking at the spot she wants to kill, and she'll set right to that place. It is amazing her vision that she has out there on the floor. It just blows my mind. She's a great player, great junior for that Nugget team. She's your RDK Enterprises precision player of the game. Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Enbridge Energy. As the completion of Line 3 pipeline is done, you can find out more at enbridge.com. Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. I have to give that one to Grace Fleming. She kept the energy up for her team. She went after some balls that how do I want to say it? Like, that seemed kind of impossible. She went after those, and she kept things going for her team. And so I really appreciate her, a senior on this team. She does a great job. She's going to be the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We'll see if we can get some post-game coaches' comments here, brought to you by Barrick Family Farm, as we continue on here on the Home Crown Realty post-game show. The Hawley Nuggets over the Cannon Falls Bombers, 3-2. We'll talk about that once again in just a bit, see if we can get coaches' comments. And just appreciate everybody being along for the ride on 106.5 FM KRJB.
Since 1991, the mission of REACH has been to build strong communities and healthy families. Serving Clay, Becker, and Norman County, REACH provides counseling, food pantry, career services, and the backpack program that provides school-aged children with food for the weekend. You can help REACH by donating, volunteering, and shopping at the REACH reusable secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum. Learn more about REACH by visiting ruralenrichment.org.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
At Crop Insurance, including multi-peril and hail insurance to customers in Cass, Richland, and Steele counties of North Dakota, and Clay, Norman, Becker, and Otter Tail counties in Minnesota. Give Rural Ag Services a call at 701-799-4192. Rural Ag Services, LLC, wants to wish the Nugget volleyball team much success at the state tournament. Good luck, Nuggets!
Hey everybody, welcome back to KRJB 106.5 FM. I'm sure you didn't go anywhere listening on the radio. Maybe you left your computer, though, as we were streaming the audio on rjbroadcasting.com and yourliveevent.com. The Hawley Nuggets upset the Cannon Falls Bombers as they beat them 3-2. This is how it went. The Nuggets took away set number 1, 25-21. But then the Bombers had control with a 25-18 win in the second set and some really well-placed kills, especially by the sophomore who's going to be very good in the future, Madison Burr. 25-13 set 3 win for the Bombers. And then a 25-23 win in set 4 for the Nuggets. Sorry, lots of stuff going on around me as set 5 goes 15-11 in favor of the Nuggets, and I would say that the Bombers just got gassed. They got tired. Their big player, Madison Burr, was getting blocked and not able to make the points that she typically was making. And so that really helped the Nuggets out as they advance their way to the semifinals. They'll be taking on Sauk Center, the Section 6 AA winner. They had a win over Greenway 3-1. That was going on pretty much the same time as our game, so exciting there. Cannon Falls, number 2, will take on Greenway. Sauk Center comes into this one ranked 3. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Unfortunately, here on the Home Crown Realty postgame show, unable to get our coaches' comments, but we will try to get some comments tomorrow when we resume play at 11 a.m. The postgame coach comments are brought to you by Barrick Family Farm. For career opportunities, you can visit barrickfamilyfarm.com and like them on Facebook. So coming up for tomorrow, this is how it's going to look. 9 o'clock, Mounts Park Academy upsetting the number 1 Southwest Christian. So they'll take on the number 4. Mounts Park Academy, let me start over, will take on the number 4 Jackson County Central at 9 o'clock. Hawley will take on Sauk Center at 11 o'clock here on this same court, on court number 1. So I'll set up shop here once again, most likely. We'll see a 9 a.m. game on court 2 with the Southwest Christian and Annandale, number 1 and number 5. And then we'll see the number 2 Cannon Falls taking on Greenway, who was the draw in to this tournament as well. So that'll be going on at 11 o'clock on the other side of the curtain. And what a great experience, folks. If you ever get a chance to come to XL Energy Center, great opportunity, especially for something like this. 2 courts going at once. The bands are playing. They've brought their bands. So much fun. Glad to have it for you on KRJB 106.5 FM. Well, on that note, that's going to wrap up our postgame show brought to you by Home Crown Realty. Thanks again to Eric Smart and Brandon Dahl. Appreciate them, and they're licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. HomeCrownRealty.com if you're interested in visiting with them. Hey, thanks to all our sponsors today. We really appreciate everything they've done. Been a pleasure broadcasting today from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial Broadcast booth. And yeah, what a great day for volleyball on a Thursday. Thanks to all the veterans out there here on this Veterans Day. We appreciate everything you've done for us and your service. So thank you there. And we just are glad to have great people like you out there listening, and we thank you for everything you've done. And for those of you in active service, appreciate what you do as well. Here on KRJB 106.5 FM, I'm Leaf Bakken. Glad to have brought you some volleyball state action for you. And we'll wrap things up and be back here tomorrow. We'll be doing it again at 11 o'clock a.m. from XL Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Once again, this has been a presentation of R&J Broadcasting Sports. Thanks to the whole crew back at the station, and thanks to all of you for tuning in. I'm Leaf Bakken, telling you to join us again tomorrow from XL Center as the Hawley Nuggets take on the Sauk Center Main Streeters. But until next time, we'll see you down the road.